Welcome to Mountain Man Fungi, and very happy Bicycle Day. On this day, April 19th, 1943, Dr. Albert Hofmann discovered the profound effects of lysergic acid diethylamine 25, which was arguably one of the most important discoveries in human history, causing a massive psychedelic revolution and a shift in human consciousness. Fungi is responsible for this chemical that has had such an amazing influence on humanity. The precursor to LSD is Claviceps purpurea, containing lysergic acid. But humanity's history with this ergot-ripe fungus goes back much further than 1943. Join me on this journey from the Middle Ages to the psychedelic revolution. Quick side note, Dr. Albert Hofmann was also the first to isolate psilocybin and psilocin from Psilocybe mexicana in 1958. So a massive show of gratitude and respect for the knowledge that his legacy has left on humanity. Claviceps purpurea has been a part of humanity's history dating back to 550 BC and possibly even longer, with the ergot fungus being found in the stomachs of so-called bog bodies from the Iron Age humans. In the medieval period, 500 AD to 1500 AD, Europe had epidemics of poison rye grain, the toxic parasitic fungus from Claviceps purpurea. Causing severe pathological syndromes, the alkaloid chemical ergotamine, modern day, has been concentrated to be able to treat cluster headaches by restricting the blood vessels, caused vasoconstriction of blood vessels, and blood vessel restriction causing the loss of limbs and hallucinations and irrational behavior. This caused ergotism, the long-term effects of ergot poisoning. The epidemic was known as St. Anthony's Fire, named after the monks who became skilled at treating ergotism. Modern agricultural practices have helped to control Claviceps purpurea from rye and wheat grown by humans. Claviceps purpurea is a parasitic fungus in the Ascomycota division, typically growing on rye, wheat, and barley. When Claviceps purpurea infects a plant, it mimics the pollen that the plant uses for reproduction. Because of this, Claviceps purpurea is able to connect with the vascular bundle of the plant that's made for feeding and developing the seeds. And that is how Claviceps purpurea gets its nutrients, by stealing what the plant is producing from its seedlings. When Claviceps purpurea is germinating, it forms a white soft tissue known as a spicelial segatum, which produces a sugary substance known as honeydew. The honeydew holds asexual spores which can be spread by rain or insects. The next stage of the life cycle converts the spicilia segatum into a hard husk or cocoon made of mycelium called the sclerotium. When the sclerotium reaches its mature phase and gets what it can out of its host, this mycelial shield will fall to the ground and await for proper environmental conditions to release the fruiting bodies. The fruiting bodies resemble tiny little mushrooms and await for their spores to be carried out from the next host. Wind, rain, and insects are the primary vectors of spore travel. A type of wasp, Polistes dorsalis, has been shown to spread the spores from one source to another, and the wasp comes into contact with the fungus, the spores stick to its body, using the wasp as a transportation apparatus. Claviceps purpurea is cultivated today, typically in potato, dextrose, agar culture, with wheat or oats as suitable substrates. The purpose of cultivation is the extract of the ergot alkaloid from the fungus is used for medicinal use. One example is ergotamine, which is used to constrict blood vessels, which helps with cluster and migraine headaches, when used in a safe and prescribed dose. This brings me to the peak of this conversation. Dr. Albert Hofmann was trying to come up with something that could help women with postnatal bleeding by constricting the blood vessels. There were multiple variations of lysergic acid diethylamine, but one specifically had synthesized was the 25th variant. This very specific chemical compound led to profound spiritual and deep insights into the self and with others, a type of alien connection with the earth and nature. The synthesis of LSD led to a freedom revolution in the United States, It made people feel like there was something more to life than the ones that they were living, and made people actively pursue this goal. It changed American Western society forever. One thing that makes fungi so intriguing is the lack of knowledge that we have about it. Two of the most powerful things in humans that can ingest to alter their state of reality is fungal related, and psilocybin is extremely close to DMT, the most powerful reality changer known to man. It makes me wonder what else the fungal kingdom could be hiding and could be so powerful and influential on humans. Thank you very much for watching. Mushrooms help people, fungi can help the planet.